So are you planning to come to Canada soon on a visitor's visa? You need to watch this video to the end so you do not have issues at the point of entry. Canada has seen a large increase in the number of people coming in and coming using a tourist visa or a visitor's visa. And because of that, they scrutinize a lot of them at the point of entry just to be sure that they're actually genuine visitors. So if you are not careful, the fact that you have gotten the visa does not mean you'll be allowed into Canada. So just like I said earlier, you need to watch this video to the end so you don't make this mistake that may allow them to send you back. So someone called me from the border today and he was told that he's going to be sent back to his country of origin. And the reason why they said they were going to send him back was because he was coming for a 30 days vacation in Canada, and when they asked him questions about how much funds he has, how much is he planning to spend and all of that, he just came in with about $500. And when they asked him questions about, okay, where's the funds? Where are the other funds that you're going to use? You want to stay for 30 days? Is it just $500 you want to use for the whole 30 days? He said he had money in his account, and they asked him to log into his online banking so they can see and be sure that he has money to take care of himself for 30 days in Canada. At the end of the day, he couldn't defend himself, and on that basis, they concluded that he's not a genuine visitor and that he's going to be sent back to his country of origin. So I don't want this to happen to you. That's why I said, let me just do this short video and educate you on what you need to do when you are coming to Canada on a visitor's visa. So if you are coming to Canada on a visitor's visa, and I'll use an example of 30 days. If you are coming for 30 days, you need to have a plan. So the first thing is, you're going to stay in an hotel, or if you're lucky, you have a friend or a family that you're staying with, the cost of accommodation is totally out of it, because you can always show them that, oh, I'm staying with my friend, I'm staying with my family, this is their address, they are aware that I'm coming and all of that, then you're fine. But if you don't have a family member or a friend that you'll be staying with in Canada, then you must book an hotel. And most times, those hotels don't charge you from day one. They wait till you arrive before you pay. So calculate how much that hotel fee is, your hotel bill for 30 days that you have booked. How much is it? Calculate it. You must have that. The average hotel is, let's say, like $100. So if you're staying for 30 days, you must be able to show that you have $33,000. That's on the basis that if the hotel is $100 per night, you must be able to show that you have $3,000 for hotel for that night, for that 30 days. That's one. Yes, you have traveled down to Canada. You already have a ticket. Obviously, you bought your tickets, and I want to assume that you have a return ticket, so that shouldn't be an issue. Now, you're going to stay for 30 days. You are going to eat. You are going to take taxi, or maybe rent a car, or you're going to take Uber. You're going to go on you're going to shop. You're going to go around, So when you need to also calculate the cost of your feeding, the cost of your transportation, and miscellaneous expenses for the duration of your stay. So let's even be moderate. Let's say you buy food and all that, maybe like $50 per day, and just making it moderate. It can more than that, So let's say $50 per day. $50 times 30 days, that's $1,500. Then I want to assume that you should also budget something for miscellaneous expenses. Some other things might come up that you don't know about and all of that. So now let's do the mathematics together. We had $3,000 for accommodation for 30 days, $1,500 for feeding for 30 days on the basis that you are spending $50 per day to eat, then $500 for miscellaneous expenses. Now, when you sum that up, you have a minimum of $5,000 That is the minimum that you must have in your account. But in fact, let me be frank with you, you can't even have just that as minimum. You need to have something more. Because if you get to the point of entry and you are showing them that you're going to stay for 30 days and you're going to spend all the money you have with you for just this visit, you are likely going to make them think you don't plan to go back. Why? Because if that's all you have and you're going to spend all that, so what are you going to return to when you leave? You will likely not leave. So when I said that's the minimum, I don't mean that's what you should have, but that's that you must have that. Even if you don't have any other thing, you must have that. So for this calculation that we did, we said 5,000. So you must have a little more than that, or double of that, or triple of that, at least in your bank account. So the cash with you and the money in your bank account must not be less than that. Because if it's less than that and they check, they might tell you that you're not a genuine visitor and they may not let you in. So if you know you don't have money for 30 days, don't buy tickets and do your return days for 30 days. It doesn't make sense. Make sure you buy your tickets or you schedule your trip so that the funds you have can take care of your living expense for the period of your stay. So if you know that the funds you have cannot take care of you for 30 days, why not just do 2 weeks, 14 days, or even do 10 days? Instead of doing 30 days, and when you do 30 days, the fund you have is not enough for 30 days, and you get to the point of entry, you have bought tickets, you have flown down to Canada, and at the end of the day, you are now sent back because you cannot defend why you are in Canada, or you cannot defend that you have enough funds to take care of yourself while in Canada. So don't let this be an issue for you at the point of entry. Visa officers can ask you questions about how you want to finance your trip, how you want to finance your stay in Canada. They can ask you, they have the right to ask you. Because if they find out that you are not a genuine visitor or you don't have any means to take care of yourself while in Canada, you can easily be sent back and there's nothing that you do about it. And subsequently, when you want to get a visa to Canada, it might become much more difficult because they would have written on your file that you came to Canada, they don't believe you have a genuine reason to stay, and most likely if you're not careful, that visa that you have will be cancelled. So make sure that you book your flights for a period that covers what your funds can take. Don't go and book a 3-month trip when what you have in your account can only take you for 2 weeks. Don't go and book a 4-month trip when what you have in your account is just for 30 days. You don't want to be turned back. You don't want your visa to be cancelled, and you don't want to waste the funds that you have by traveling down and then sending you back to your country of origin because you failed to show that you have enough funds to take care of yourself while you are in Canada. So if you learned from this video, or if you have someone that is traveling soon on a visitor's visa, I appreciate if you can send this to them because it's good that they watch this so that they don't get to the point of entry and they are sent back because they are not able to show enough funds for the duration of their stay.